it's a stop for sure.
Well, yeah.
It's finalized.
Yep, it's done. They're not going to call them back.
Jump off the phone, get another lead.
Yeah. But a lot of times, okay, well, why are they not interested? Is it, with a mortgage client, is it because interest rates were too high? Is it because it was bad timing? Is it,
false flag?
So many things. And so we've found ways that we can, craft questions to tease that out. And then we resurface that back and show that to their marketing department and their sales department and see if we can, tweak either side of that equation to make that potentially be a successful outcome.
When I think about like the sales process, and it kind of ties in with Jump and what you're doing on the training side, I think about when we managed and trained sales agents to close sales, we would go through and we would train them on everything that we know about the sales process, give them the process and the call track and the objection handling and all that we want them to go through. And after they came out of training after 2 or 3 days and they started taking calls and they would have success and they would close sales like day one. Day one on the phone, they'd take leads and they would close sales. And then the more calls they would take, the more they would start to adjust their pitch and their approach, and they would deviate from what they were taught, and then they would start to have like less success. And when you can watch this real time with the calls and the transcriptions and everything, you can sort of pull it back in. And we would see this nearly 9 out of 10 times when you train a new agent. They would follow the process, close sales, and then within a few days, the more calls they took, the more objections they dealt with, and then the more maybe they heard other sales agents trying different things, and they would start to do that. That was really common too. They would, I heard, Stephen or Sally said this and this and this. And so they pull away. What do you think about that? You have any thoughts on that from training aspect?
Yeah, for sure. I think all sales organizations fall into that category, right, at some point in time. And it's not easy to get out of. So having something like this where I feel like where Jake talks about these 5 different performance enhancing services that the PL actually provides, like that's incredible. Like generally you have to purchase those things individually in order to get all those, the 5 things you discussed, but having it all in one and being able to get the data all in one, it makes your job so much easier to be able to sit down with somebody and be able to say, here's the data, here's what we're recognizing, right? It takes your approach from having to sit there for 30 minutes and review phone calls and discuss, what potentially could be going wrong versus just looking at the data.